You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about the Heels traveling up to Blacksburg to take on the Virginia Tech Hokies in their second to last regular season game. And now, obviously trying to make a late season push for ACC tournament seeding, but not only that, they're also trying to, stake a claim to taking it out of the NCAA tournament's selection committee as far as getting into the NCAA tournament at the end of the season after what has truly been an up and down season. Now, fortunately, we're in the middle of an uptick, so we'll have to see how Carolina finishes this thing out, man. But before we get into that, I need you guys to stop what you're doing right now, head just below the video, and hit that subscribe button, man. The last preview video, we still had like 55-60% of the people that watched the video not subscribed to the channel. So if you are a Tar Heel, if you are an ACC basketball fan, if you like college basketball and college football, period, do your boy a favor, support the channel by just simply hitting subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Shout out to the Huddle Hooligans, man, for their continued support. I could not do it without you stinking boys, man. And you can also become a Huddle Hooligan yourself by finding that join button at the very bottom, which will give you access to the behind-the-scenes conversations that me and the boys have in the Hooligan Discord, man. Awesome community that we have right there, dude. And the last admin thing before we jump into this, live reaction and watch party on Tuesday, March 4th at 7 p.m. So come hang out with your boy as we see if the Heels can avoid the letdown and handle business, which would set up a huge regular season finale, dude, against the Dukies. But we got to handle business right here first. So we'll start things off with looking at the updated ACC standings, where we can see that the Dukies are in first place at 17-1, and this is on March 3rd. Okay, this is before the Wake Forest Duke game, which we'll talk about in a second. Louisville has the tiebreaker over Clemson, but both are 16-2, and Wake has the tiebreaker over Carolina, but both are 12-6. And right now, as it stands, as of March 3rd, Carolina is the current 5th seed because we do have the tiebreaker over SMU, who is also 12-6. And then you see Virginia Tech is currently the 9th seed at 8-10. They can kind of jockey for ACC standings as well with the guys that are above them and behind them. Now, big game pertaining to Carolina. Actually, at the same day that I'm making this video, Wake Forest is at Duke. And that is Monday night. And then the Tuesday slate outside of our game consists of Miami at Georgia Tech, Florida State of Virginia, and Syracuse at SMU. So definitely keep an eye out for that Syracuse at SMU game, because it kind of directly impacts North Carolina as well. So Heels have a tremendous opportunity here to take over the 4th overall seed, but we've got to handle business. Now, the North Carolina Tar Heels are coming off of a 19-point home victory over the last place Miami Hurricanes, which was UNC's 5th win in a row. The Heels are led by head coach Hubert Davis, who is now 97-42, which is good for a .698 win percentage in his 4th year at his alma mater, the University of North Carolina. Now, the Heels' leading scorer is a 6', 180-pound senior All-American R.J. Davis, who is averaging 17.2 points per game, 3.6 boards, and 3.9 assists while shooting 39.7% from the field and 31.8% from three. Carolina's leading rebounder is a 6'3", 195-pound junior guard, Seth Trimble, who is averaging 5.3 rebounds, along with contributing 11.9 points per game and 1.4 assists. And our leading assist man is a 6'1", 180-pound sophomore point guard, Elliot Cadeau, who is averaging 5.9 assists to 3.3 turnovers. He's also averaging 9.9 points per game and 2.9 rebounds. Now, the Virginia Tech Hokies are coming off of a 101-95 overtime victory against the Syracuse Orange, in which freshman guard Ben Hammond scored a career-high 21 points off of the bench. Now, the Virginia Tech Hokies are led by head coach Mike Young, who was 105-82 in his 6th year at the school. The Hokies' leading scorer and rebounder is a 6'8", 215-pound junior forward, Toby Lawal, who is averaging 12.5 points per game and 6.9 rebounds. He's shooting 56.2% from the field and 39% from three. Now, Toby did not play against Syracuse, and head coach Mike Young said that he was day-to-day as of yesterday, so it is unknown if he will be available against the Tar Heels. And the Hokies' leading facilitator is a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore guard, Brandon Recksteiner, who is averaging 3 assists to 2.2 turnovers, and he's also contributing 6.7 points per game and 1.1 rebounds. Now, the Heels are averaging 81.8 points per game, and they're giving up 76.5. And the Hokies are averaging only 70.1 points per game and giving up 72.5. So Carolina's averaging more rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. So now that we've taken a look at the tail of the tape, let's get into Russ's 3 keys to a Tar Heel victory. And key number 1 is this: put on the blinders. Carolina is currently on a 5-game winning streak, and they have moved up on Lenardi's board to the first team out of the first 4 out of the tournament. So that means that they are in prime position to make a run that many of us did not really see coming a month ago. Carolina cannot get caught sleeping, and they sure as heck can't get caught looking ahead to that matchup against the Blue Devils and Chapel Hill. You guys are on a mission. Focus on the task at hand and beat the brakes off the Hokies, man. You got to stinking keep those blinders on and just focus on the task at hand, bro. Cannot get a slip up here. Key number 2, guard the paint. Okay, Elijah Poteet is 6'10", 260 pounds, and he is the second leading scorer for the Hokies. Okay, and I can see Mike Young and the Virginia Tech Hokies trying to get the ball down low to the big man. With 6'8", 230-pound Van Allen Lubin and 6'10", 230-pound Jalen Washington guarding him. Okay, I would not be surprised if Mike Young's, just tries to make this into a half-court game and he pounds the ball inside against Carolina's smaller big men. Okay, and I will not be surprised at all if he just lets Poteet go to work. Carolina's got to guard the paint to come out on top of this game. And key number 3. Attack the daggum rim. Carolina's been shooting the ball well from behind the arc as of late, okay? But they cannot get sucked into that mentality where they don't consistently get to the 10, okay? The guards need to continue to attack the rim, getting Lubin and Jay Wash some easy buckets on the drop-offs, and that will inevitably draw in the defense for the kickouts and some step-in threes. So, start this game off by attacking the rim. Get to the bucket, and you might even be able to get Poteet into some foul trouble, which will help you on the other end, man. And that'll take us into the prediction portion of the show. Now, the ESPN matchup indicator gives the Heels a 78.3% chance of beating the Hokies in Castle Coliseum. And this is how I see this thing going, okay? I've got a feeling that this one lingers for a little bit before Carolina puts them away. I don't know that there's going to be a ton of people at the Castle, but I know that it's UNC in their house, and if I'm not mistaken, it's senior night, so they're going to get Virginia Tech's best, man. And Carolina's going to have to generate their own energy and not look ahead, man. I think, like I said, that it lingers for a little bit, but Carolina gets it done. North Carolina 80 and Virginia Tech 71, dude. Nothing pretty, nothing fancy, just the stinking win. And we finally hit that lovely 20-win mark with a 9-point victory. So, you let me know what you think about my score prediction down in the comments section. Tar Heel and Hokie Nation. Is your boy onto something? Or am I sitting up there in the daggum nosebleeds having no idea what I'm talking about? Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel on your way out, man. And you already know it's a great day to be a Tar Heel. We'll see you guys Tuesday night for the watch party. Go Heels, baby.